I'm a trader and let's say I have just $100 to spare, how can I make the most?
If you want to start low, you need to look at some points here. First of all, you cannot go with the STP brokers. You need to avoid exotic instruments, and you need to look for an account without. Thanks to AI, you can do a lot of stuff nowadays, especially in trading. Of course, it's not 100% accurate, but it will make it easier. As a good trader, when you gain some amount, you need to withdraw the amount you deposited as your initial deposit. Your account will be remain with just the profit that you made from, and then you keep trading. Less than Elon Musk bought broker A, and they've been into this market for less than 6 months. Will you go open an account with that broker?
Well, if I know that it's
Elon Musk.
Yes, if it's Elon Musk, definitely. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of MENA FX podcast. I'm here again with Naveed, and today we are going to be talking more about, of course, forex.
Amazing, perfect.
And so as a trader, I think it's a question for a lot of people, and it's a question for me too. If I'm a trader and I'm on a very low budget and I'm on a very limited budget, let's say I have just $100 to spare and I'm trying to get the most out of it by trading. So what do you think I should be looking for in a broker to get the most out of it? And of course, there will be factors such as the account types and other benefits that a broker provides. So basically, how can I make the most out of this with the limited budget that I have?
If you want to start with $100, of course, first of all, you're not trading. You're just trying. So basically, you want to get either you want to get to know the broker, or you want to get experience on trading. Mm-hmm. So as a trader, you don't go with $100 because that's nothing. Of course, you can trade with $100, and you can make some.
There's a lot of people, of course.
There's a lot of people they're doing that. But
and this is how I started as well. I was on a very, very limited budget. All I could spare was, of course, like staying paycheck to paycheck every month, and other expenses that I have to pay for. I will be left with very little amount and I know I have the potential to trade, but then what is that one thing that I should look for so I can make the most out of this? Maybe let's say $100, $200.
Got your points, but what I wanted to note here, that it's a very good thing to first of all to test the broker, mm-hmm. to see how they perform
on a demo account.
On a real account.
Okay. Because
sometimes I would not say the majority, but there's a lot of brokers that their demo account and the live account, there's a different execution. Mm-hmm. So you will open an account with X broker and as a demo account, and then you trade, everything's fine, but later on when you open a live account with them, then you will see the difference in the execution, sometimes in the spread. So
in the speed as well, I think.
Yeah, in the speed, yeah. So that's why what I was trying to say is that it's good to test a broker with $100 or $500 just to see how everything works and how is the execution. And if you want to start low or as a test amount, you can do so, but you need to look at some points here, which is, first of all, you cannot go with the STP brokers, mm-hmm. because their commission is too high and there will be swaps, and it's not beneficial for you with a small budget or a small capital. So STP brokers are out. You have ECNs and market makers. I think the best will be for you as a beginner or a starter, or even if you want to enter the market with a small amount, it will be market makers.
Yeah,
but
I believe
again,
so,
there are ECN brokers They have a good spread. Some of them very small. What do you call it? Very small numbers of ECN brokers. They don't have what do you call it? Swaps.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to start small, it's best for you to go with the market maker broker, or if you don't want to, if you want to go with the ECM brokers, you can also do that. But 100% STP, the brokers, they're out with this small amounts. And I think it's a good start to go with the market makers. You need to look for, first of all, the spread. You need to avoid exotic instruments.
Because
Like
that's one thing I was trying to get to as
cross
well.
currencies or indices, which they have the high volatilities. And what else? You need to look for an account without swaps or commissions, because if you're paying a high commission, if you're paying swaps, and then if the products they have high spreads, and then with $100, what you can do? You can do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You will get one or two trades. Then most of the time you're even if you close the position with a profit, it will not be much because you paid a lot already.
You paid, yes, a lot on the spread,
So-
on the commissions and the swaps.
On the commissions,
yeah.
swaps, everything.
And I think also it would be a good decision for people to maybe have their trades short term rather than long term. Because again, you hold their position for too long.
Day
you will
trading
be
is the
paying,
best. I'm not
daily
saying
swaps.
scalping, but day trading, it will be the best, because again, at the end of the day, not because I'm the biggest fan of the day trading, but because it doesn't make sense to keep your positions for a long period of time with just small capital. It doesn't make sense. So yes, the best strategy will be the day trading.
Definitely not scalping.
You can do scalping. There's no problem with that.
'Cause
But
with
again,
that little amount,
I'm not a fan of scalping.
with that little amount, it's pure gamble.
Yes.
We need to agree on that, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
Yes, correct.
So you did mention few products not to trade on. So if these are some products to avoid, like you said, exotic currencies, maybe like cross currencies, indices, because most of the brokers have high commissions on indices and
Yes.
products like
Yes.
like so.
Mostly on the future contracts.
On future contracts.
Yes.
Right. So what would be the ideal product for a person to
If
trade
I'm a
on?
beginner and I want to start basically low,
I just want to mention
Sure.
one thing, that you said beginner. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm on a very limited low budget, but then that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm a beginner. Like I could be I could be a pro trader.
true, 100.
'Cause
Yes, you're correct, 100%.
That's how I started
Yeah.
as well.
Not necessarily you need to be a beginner. You have a point here, but what I meant is with this small capital, you cannot. First of all, you cannot go with big volumes. You cannot risk much, and I would go with the instruments that there are with low spreads. For example, my favorite instrument is gold. So
Isn't that everyone's?
the majority of the clients, yes, if they trade anything else, the gold is a plus. So whatever is, let's say the primary instrument is Euro USD. The gold is plus 100% for you. So yes, it's either your primary or secondary instrument to trade. Of course, yes, gold, because it's the very good asset. Yeah.
Definitely.
So I would go with the gold, and I would go with the currencies. But I would go for the major currencies, not
currencies.
crosses not exotics. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the least complicated ones. Again, well, as a beginner, you should definitely avoid courses, I believe. They're more complicated. You need more analysis. You need more research on them. But again, because here we're just on budget. Like we're not considering any other factors into, we're not taking them into consideration. So it makes sense completely. So gold would be your optimal option to go for.
Yeah,
All right.
but I need to mention something that even if your budget is low, it doesn't mean to go 100% in. I mean, not to risk 100% of your capital. Doesn't matter how much is your capital, you don't go above 2% risk. Let's say you have $100 in your account. The maximum you would get as a volume is 0.02. 2 micros. That's it. This is I would do, and this is what a good trader does. So above this, you will higher. It will higher your risk. It will increase your risk. Plus, it's not logic. After some levels, you're not trading anymore. You're gambling. Yeah.
That's the reason exactly why people should keep away, keep emotions away from their trading, because it makes them go above and beyond what they're supposed to trade, and then it just like you could be lucky as in the sense that you could win a trade or you could just lose everything in an instant.
Just reminded me something. There's a lot of traders that they trade. Let's say they're not beginners, they're advanced, or they've been trading for a couple of years, and they know how everything works and they know how to take trades and everything. But the majority of the clients, they do one mistake that almost 80% of the traders do. You know what is that?
What
Is that, let's say you deposited an X amount, okay? You doubled you gained double or triple
the
of
amount
your
that
capital.
you invested,
Let's say you deposited $1,000, okay, and you made this $1,000 to $2,000. Okay, what they do, they withdraw some of their profits. Okay, but as a good trader, you know what you should do? When you gain some amount, okay, you need to withdraw the amount you deposited as your initial deposit or your own capital, and then your account will be remain with just the profit that you made from, and then you keep trading. So basically, after that, you're avoiding the emotionals on your trades. So you don't take any decisions based on your emotions, because it's not the capital that you deposited. It's
Makes
just
sense.
winning. It's like you won a lottery ticket, okay, and you go spend 50% of it just on what do you call it, on casinos, let's say. You don't care. But if you worked for that amount for a couple of weeks or years or months, that's different. Even if it's if you're a billionaire, it doesn't matter. You worked for that
You worked
amount.
hard for it,
You
so you
worked
have that.
hard for it, and this is basically is your investment that you're depositing in the account.
It's your hard-earned money.
Exactly.
Of course, there's going to be emotions
Even trading
involved.
is not easy earned money, but still it will make everything easier. You keep your initial you keep your profit in the account, and you withdraw your initial amount. Okay, this doesn't mean that as soon as you made the profit you need to do so. No, but overall, this is the idea of how you should trade. It will lower your risk on losing. It will help you more to make better decisions in future trades.
Right, and if not 100%, but at least to some degree of level,
No,
it removes
but
your emotional.
the point is, when you did some, you took some risks,
Mhm.
okay, you gain some money or some amounts, okay. After that, when you withdraw your initial deposit, you worked hard for it, or at least you worked for it. Doesn't just come from the sky.
Mhm.
So you worked for it, but still this is not your initial deposit, okay. And if one case, if you lost that amount, will you be hurt? No. Yes, you lost some amount, but it's not your initial. You can again deposit back your initials.
Mhm.
But the mistake that most of the traders make is that to withdraw sometimes even bit by bit their profit. They deposit $1,000 in the account or 5,000, whatever amount, okay? Whatever they gain as a profit, let's say they made $200 profit, they withdraw the
They withdraw their
$200.
profit.
Okay, then again they trade, they withdraw $100, let's say,
Mhm.
and something happens, they will lose the whole amount in the account. So
Basically, in that case, they have lost almost 80% of their investment.
some, even if it's not 80%, even if it's 10%, it doesn't make sense. If you can avoid losing, don't you do it? So if there is a possibility to lower your risk and protect your account or your capital, why don't you do it?
Mhm.
But again, it doesn't mean that you deposited some amount and you earned some profit. You withdraw your whole investment and then you keep the profit. Let's say if you deposited $10,000 and you made $200, and you withdraw the whole capital and keep $200 in the account. With this $200 account, what can you do? Exactly. How much you want to make this 200 to? In how long?
It's not even going to be a backup amount for you.
Exactly. So what I suggest is that usually when you gain 100% of what you deposited, then this is the best time ever. This is my personal, from my personal experience.
So that's a successful trade. That's a win for
To
you.
me, I'm not advising this to anybody, but as my knowledge and experience, what happened to me before, and from all the experience and what I saw from the even traders, what they do, I think this is the best strategy, because usually to get to 100% profit of what you invested is not that hard. Again, I mentioned this before, that the 20% of your investment in the long
2%.
20%,
20%.
20% on return
Okay.
on your investment is doable.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying now is even 100% gain on your initial deposit, it's very possible, but it needs a strategy, and it needs knowledge, it needs a lot of studying, it needs a lot of basically experience in the market. You cannot enter a market or a field and you can consider yourself as a pro. I'm not calling myself a pro, but I'm just sharing my experience and knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the idea itself, I think, I mean, not everyone can maybe achieve that, but at least the idea, I think, will help a lot of people, into
I mean,
going into the
it's a
right
good
path.
thing to share your experience. If I walked on X step, okay, and it was slippery and I fell down, why wouldn't I come and share it with you? So if you wanted to take that step, you would know that if you step on that, you're gonna like hurt yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just sharing all of what happened to me, what was the best strategy for me, and all of that.
Mm-hmm. And I
And
think
no
that's the.
recommendation ever. I need to mention this again, that never ever take anybody's recommendations for your trades, because nobody cares more than you what will happen to your account. If I recommended something to you and you lost your money, you're not gonna blame yourself. You're gonna blame me. And even in the opposite, if I recommended something to you and you won, you're not gonna say like thank you, Navid, that was you. You was like, I made a good decision because I listened to him.
To you.
So it's all the time. It's just humans. Everybody thinks like this. That's why I'm saying don't take anybody's recommendation for your trades, even for choosing a broker. Maybe broker A is good for me, but it's not good for you. Maybe I have a different strategy, you have a different strategy. Maybe you even trade on a different instrument. Maybe I trade on gold, maybe you trade on silver or DAX, NASDAQ, or whatever the forex currencies. It's different from each person or each trader. So at the end, we will end up with different strategies, different targets, and our needs. What I need from a broker, what I need from that specific account, what I need from that specific instrument. That's it.
And before you carry on, you mentioned few things. You mentioned choosing the right broker, and you mentioned something about your needs in trading.
Yes.
So I just wanted to ask, for me as a trader, for anyone for that matter, do you think it is better for a trader to go directly to a broker and have an account with them, or would it be maybe an option for them to go through like a third party or like a referral, I would say?
Okay.
And when I say referral, it could mean a lot of things. It could be an institute, or it could just be an individual person of any kind.
All right.
What are your thoughts on that?
It's kind of tricky. You see, some people, there are different things and reasons that why everybody goes, let's say, through a referral or directly to the broker to open an account. But the majority of the client who goes and open an account with the referral are because of two things. One, they want to open an account with ex-broker that they know they can open an account through that referral, that specific referrals, but they don't trust the broker that much. Let's say there are like 50-50 on that. Okay, so this is the one reason. And reason two, sometimes you get more benefit when you open an account through a referral. Let's say I trust broker A and I want to open an account with broker A. The broker A doesn't give me anything extra. There's no offering, nothing. Okay, and there's a creditable affiliate, or what do you call it, a referral, that he or the, what do you call it, it's a company even, that they're working with broker A. And they're offering, let's say, what do you call it, bonuses,
2% cashback or credit bonuses,
anything, any kind. Let's say even they give you free bus tickets. At the end, here you will get something, there you will not get something. And at the end, you get the same benefit. This is the tricky part. Sometimes when you go through an affiliate or referrals, there will be markups. So you go to broker A, open an account directly with them. Okay, let's say you will get the spread on euro on average 1.2. Okay, but 1.2 pips. Okay, and if you go through the referral, they will have a markup on that. So instead of 1.2, they will give you 1.5. So 0.3 pips will go to the athlete. Okay, so you need to be cautious about all of these stuff when you're going through an athlete or a referral or even an IBs. So you need to take all of these to the consideration to choose the best one for you. I would personally go directly, but it depends on my needs. If I want to get something benefit, let me say it in this way. What is my goal? What is my goal? I want to take trades, right?
As a trader, yes.
As a trader, I want to trade. Let's say I know broker A for a couple of years. I even worked with them. Everything's fine. I like them. Everything's good. Okay, but even I'm gaining profits. So let's say my account is giving me yearly 30%. So, but I don't get anything extra. But while in the other hand, there is another IB or athlete that working with the same broker was giving me, let's say, a bus ticket. So every day when I try to use the bus, I can use the free tickets. Why not? As long as I know this athlete or the IB or the referral is not charging me markups. And there's one thing that I don't really like about some brokers, that they allow the IBs or the athlete to have markups. I think it's not even good for them. Because let's say, let's say I'm an IB and I want to introduce clients to the brokers. What is my job? Introduce clients to the broker. Okay. And of course, there will be, some gains from that. Okay. But to have extra markups on the, let's say, commissions, the spread, or sometimes in the worst case scenario, it will be even account opening. Okay. This is rare, but happened. So it will affect the reputation of the broker as well, because some of the clients, they don't know even that they open an account through the referrals.
That's right. And then
So
when they get
and
to
then
the
when
point,
they talk to the customer service or their account manager, they will see that no, there's a difference. Why my account is, let's say, charging me the $10 extra per lot on, let's say, gold. Okay, while my friend has the same account with the same broker, and they're not charging that for him. So there will be a conflict between you and the broker. Okay, it's the same account. Maybe even my account is stronger as a capital wise, which also the brokers, they care about this. Of course, when you have a bigger capital and the account, they care about you more. This is
that's the
nothing.
nature of yes.
This is no secrets. So it's like the banks. If you have billions of dollars in your bank account, or if you have $1,000 in your bank account, which account will get better services? Of course, the one with the $1 billion.
You're going to feel the difference.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly. So even this guy who opened through the referrals, their accounts is even better capital wise. Okay. So they should get better services. But while they see that their friend with $1,000 account, they're not paying all of these amounts. So it will, if it's me, I would say I will never ever work with this broker whatsoever. Okay, I will go and find another broker, because I feel that I've been what do you call it?
Tricked.
Tricked. Yes. Why? Yes. Okay. I want my point was to open an account and trade. But while when I see that I'm just paying an extra amount, not even to the broker, to somebody else, it's like why? There's a lot of referrals on the IBs, and there's actually tons of IBs. They're charging more
Markups.
markups, but the problem comes from the brokers because they allow this, which they don't know in the long run they will lose clients. Yes, an IBX brought you 10,000 clients, very good. But let's say after a year or two, they notice that they've been charged extra amounts, and they leave to another broker easily. Because at the end, it's not a relationship. It's what do you call it? It's a partnership. You came here to make money. Brokers here to make money. So at the end, it's a business.
I mean, apart from the markups, I don't think that's the only basically income that the IBs get from basically the only benefit that the IBs get from the brokers. I mean, they also, of course, it's very clear that an IB or a referral, they get paid depending on the amount of clients that they bring to their broker, or maybe it could be on the volume.
Sometimes volume, sometimes per account opening, sometimes it depends on each
Exactly.
broker.
And they get paid. I mean, they get paid for that.
They get paid fair. I
Fair,
would
but fair.
say.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
So
just an extra
that's
thing
being
for.
greedy to have markups. I mean, to gain money, it's not bad. It's very good. I like money. Everything's good. Everything's good with money. Money solves a lot of problems. Everything's good. And yes, sometimes you buy a bottle of water from the supermarket. It's $1, let's say. But when you buy the same bottle of water in the airplane, it's 5. Okay, fair enough. But you don't feel that you've been tricked. This is the supermarket, this is the airplane, this is the train, this is the nightclub. Everywhere, depending on the location, the prices are different.
I mean, we've been used to it. I mean,
But for a broker, it's online trading. Doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter where do you live. Doesn't matter where are you at the moment. Maybe you're in a space. You can trade. No problem. So it doesn't matter at the end where are you or where did you came from. Everything's the same. So the difference between me and you as a trader who trade with the same broker is the same. There's no difference between me and you.
and by the way,
I mean, maybe there is a difference between the services that me or you they will get from the broker. Depends on like how long are we trading with them, what is the capital that we have. Yes, you might get different services, but at the end we both are clients. So if I get charged extra amount on my tradings, I'll be pissed so much. And I will stop trading with them, and I even recommend to my people or the people who I know that I trade with this broker, and they did 1 2 3 to me, and don't avoid this broker. Don't trade with them. Go to broker X.
and to be honest, what you're saying, like word of mouth, what I mean is that it has a lot of impact, especially in this field. In my experience, I've seen it a lot. I personally work in as sales before. I've had this experience where If a client has a bad experience and he starts spreading, it just goes crazy. It goes crazy. You actually feel the
When you can
impact.
solve something with the minor efforts, why wouldn't you do that? Then when it gets bigger, it's very hard to handle. Yes, 100% true.
Mhm. And yeah, I wanted to mention this that there are some referrals, there are some institutes of any kind, any referral of any kind that work with brokers with zero markups, with no markups.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just the point I wanted to mention that there are ones you just have to look for them, and of course, have your research beforehand. Make sure that you choose a trusted one, a credible one,
Yes.
and of course,
I mean,
as
I
as an
mentioned,
extra as an extra caution, you can also, if you think this referral is working with the broker, you can directly contact the broker. You can ask them, you can get a few little information from them just to make sure that this person is actually working with you. But that's if you know this person is working as a referral over there. I think that's just an extra step.
you have a point, but I mentioned earlier when you ask which one do you prefer. You know why I prefer to go directly to the brokers? Because I know them for a long time. If I don't know a broker much, maybe I would go to a referral. Because if you find trust, if you can find a trustworthy one, you can get a lot of good benefits from them.
And there's a lot of traders who I know.
Plus, sorry, I need to mention that some of the IBs or referrals, they work with not just one broker or two, three, sometimes 10. Okay, it depends on how big is the referral is, how long they've been into the market. It's kind of like the same thing as the brokers, like how long they have been in this field, how much they have experience, and all of that. Okay, so when you find a good one, creditable one, okay, and you know that these guys are good, they have an advantage over you going directly to the broker. You know why is that? Because they worked with, let's say they work with 5 brokers. They know all the advantages and disadvantages of those brokers that they worked with. So they can tell you that what is your strategy? You want to do scalping? Broker A is good, is better for you, but at the end it's up to you. Okay, if you want to go day trading, let's say, broker B is better for you. If you want to do arbitraging, broker X is good for you. It goes in this way. Plus, some of them, they give you, let's say, cashback. They give you prizes on your traded volumes, and they give you free analysis. They give you a lot of benefits because at the end, they're gaining from you. Okay, they're not giving you services based. They give you services for free, but in the reality, it's not for free. They're
They're
earning from,
compensated,
yeah,
yeah, from the broker
they're earning
itself.
from through you guys. So they're giving you services. Sometimes they give better services than brokers itself. They give you better analysis. Let's say you work with one broker, they give you analysis, okay, but do they give you comparison between their broker and other brokers? No.
Of course not. They don't even compare
Exactly.
themselves to the
Yeah,
to other
exactly.
brokers in the
So
face of people, of course.
exactly, they will not tell that this is our disadvantages and these are our advantages. No, 99% of them, they say that these are our advantages. Nobody talks about their disadvantages or their weak points. So this is another benefit for you if you can find a good referral or IB to work with.
And that's the thing.
And I need to mention something because we brought this up. Some of the scam IBs, okay, they do the deposit and withdrawal on behalf of you, Okay, so
Yes,
if you
there are.
bumped into these kind of IBs or referrals, okay, just avoid them. Simply avoid them, because the referral is shouldn't or must not interfere in your transactions, first of all, and second of all, in your trades. So if they're just referring you to the brokers.
Broker.
So if they suggested that we're gonna take trades for you, back off. If they said that we're gonna do the deposit and withdrawals for you, back off. And this is another thing that I need to mention, that some of the scam brokers, they allow IBs to deposit and withdraw on behalf of the clients, and this is not good. Why I should give?
I'll tell you one thing though. I get your point completely, but for me as a trader,
No,
sometimes
it's like you open an account with X Bank, okay, and you were my referral, but you have access to all of my money. So there's no bank anymore because somebody else has an access to it. This is not a bank. A broker is very similar to the bank, and I'm not saying it's in the same level, but it's not far from far from the bank or banking. This is it's
in terms of
exactly like in
safety
terms
and
of security and the
it
accounts
must
and
be.
everything. It's almost to that level.
Hmm.
So you have let's say $2 million in the account, $10 million in the account, and imagine somebody else has an access to it. Nonsense, literally nonsense. So again, you need to check attention to the details,
Yeah,
basically.
the point I wanted to mention was that some people, some traders, they they know the referrals way more than they know the brokers. So what I mean by that is they it could be a friend, it could be again, it could be an institute, it could be anything, but they know the IB or the referral more than they do the broker.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could be a situation where a broker is a new startup broker, but then that referral, that specific referral, works with that broker.
Yeah.
And if you trust that referral or that IB well enough,
Mm-hmm.
you know that you can trust the broker.
Very good example. I'll tell you this. Listen, Elon Musk bought X company. I mean, not Twitter. I mean, and broker A. Okay, and they've been into this market for less than 6 months. Will you go open an account with that broker?
Well, if I know that it's
Elon Musk,
yes, if it's Elon Musk, definitely.
he bought it. He bought that broker. Okay, and this broker been not it's not been into the market for more than 6 months. It's been just 6 months. Of course you will open an account because you know the guy, you know how big is the guy is, and you know that there is big capital behind that. So first of all, it's not going to be scams.
He
And
doesn't
second
need
of
your
all,
10,000, $20,000
exactly.
dollars. He doesn't
Second
need
of
it.
all, your amount is safe. Then you will go and compare it with the other brokers. You see just different specs on the accounts, on the instrument, and all of that. That's it. But as if you want to tag it as reliable, yes, it will be reliable. No problem. This is exactly goes with your theory that yes, if somebody is known as a referral or IB and they've been in the market for a long time, and there is a lot of people are like following them, or they have good reputation in the market, yes, yeah, it
It's not the
works.
company, it's the person or it's the name behind it
Yes,
that matters.
yes, exactly, 100%.
All right, Navid. So I'm just going to move on to another subject actually,
Mm-hmm.
which might be a little bit off of what we're talking right now, is about AI. basically
AI. Okay.
AI. So how has it been affecting trading, and how could especially beginner traders, and of course it's not going to stop any pro trader, from using AI, but how can they make the most out of it? How can they use and how can they implement AI in their trading?
Uh, Thanks to AI, you can do a lot of stuff nowadays, especially in trading. There's a very big advantages for the traders who can use AI. I mean, let's say you're a beginner, or let's say you're advanced. Okay, you've been in this market for a couple of years, and you know how to trade. You know almost everything about trading. You know when to take trades, when you back off from your trades and everything. So basically, you're good to go. Okay, and you have, let's say, medium capital. All right. Sometimes when you reach to this level, this idea comes to your mind that, okay, I have a strategy and I know what I'm doing in the market. I know when to enter, when to exit, when to pause, when to not to do anything. The idea of expert advisor, or basically automated trading, comes to your mind that, okay, I'm doing this strategy, I'm doing one, two, three. Why not? Let's make everything automated. Okay, so you will go and you will come up. Basically, you will write down your strategy and everything, and you convert it to automated expert.
Yeah,
So
it's what we name as EA
EA, or
basically,
expert
expert
advisor.
advisor. Yeah.
So when this comes to your mind, if you want to basically have an expert advisor, okay, you need a programmer. Okay, let's say you're using MT5 or MetaTrader 5, and you have your strategy. You wrote everything down. You know what your bot or expert advisor want to do, but you cannot implement that strategy to the platform because you don't know programming. Okay, so you can, in this case, thanks to AI, you can do everything without need of programmer nowadays. Let's say you have, when you have your idea, you go the easiest example ever. It will be ChatGPT. You will open ChatGPT. Okay, you don't even need to even subscribe for that. It's for free.
Completely free, right?
Completely, you can buy the subscription, but it works. The free one, it works perfectly. So you don't need to purchase anything or pay for anything. So you give your idea of how you want to trace trigger, what symbols or what instrument do you want to trade on. Let's say on what trading charts do you want to implement it on. You give everything to the chat GPT, and you will say that you want to program it for, let's say, MetaTrader 5, and you give everything to it. Just enter, and you will have the what do you call it, the codes ready for you. Of course, it's not 100% accurate, okay, but it will make it easier.
I mean,
So
you can
you
do
will get the
that.
codes. It will tell you the step by step what you want, what you need to do to run this expert advisor on your platform. I give an example for MT5, but you can do this in MT4. You can do that in C Trader and on a lot of platforms.
It's going to save people a lot of money. I mean, in
It
terms
saves a
of
lot of money. Plus, you can test those. First of all, you use the AI to get
to
the
create
coding
the
or
codes,
the
right?
programs, and then When you have it, of course, you will not go and just test it on a live account. Of course, there will be a back testing. There will be what do you call it, testing on a demo account. Sometimes, if it's good and you think that yes, this is exactly what I wanted, and you got the wanted results, what you do is you put it on the server and you test it for a long run. Sometimes 1 month, sometimes a year or two, just to see if there's any error to your strategy, if there's any error on the
Bugs, especially. Yep.
bugs, or even sometimes because you got it from the AI, there 100%. It's not 100% accurate, but it's almost good.
Or another thing that they could
You can
do.
adjust a little bit by yourself. When you get used to it, if you do 3 4 5 what do you call it, when you get 3 4 5 results from that, then you will know that okay, this part is, let's say, or for the spreads, because you give them the what do you call it, the information or the details that, let's say, if the price went up 200 pips, buy for me or sell for me or whatever, so you know in that code this 200 means what. Okay, but if you don't have this, if you don't have access to all of those, then you need to go find a programmer. First of all, it will take time to find somebody. Then you need to negotiate on the pricing. Then you need to give it you need to give it time for them to test it. Okay, but even when they test it, they don't know exactly or 100% what is your aim is. So at the end, you need to test it yourself, and then you need to do again maybe some adjustment that will cost you more because they need to work on that. But thanks God, with the help of AI, you can do everything much simpler, easier. I'm not saying don't use the programmers, okay? No, maybe you use ChatGPT or any other AIs to get you the coding, or what do you call it? Maybe even the formula. Maybe you have an idea, but you don't know the formula for it. How does it works in the back end? Maybe you will get the formula, so when you find a programmer, you give them the formula, so they don't need to come up with the formula for
Exactly,
you,
that's the point I wanted to mention,
and
right?
it will cost you more for that because they need to spend more time on that. So this part was for the expert advice, and but I think we should cover more about AIs or experts or AIs in trading, even for what do you call it, even for brokers, in the next upcoming episodes.
Sure, we can do that. We can leave that for the next episodes that
Yeah,
we will
sure.
be having.
Yeah.
Because again, we are limited on time, and there's a lot to cover on AI. There's a ton of things to say.
I mean, there's no limitation on the time, but I think we don't want to have the episode much longer, so basically it will not be the boring,
To bore
too boring.
the audience, of course.
All right, so we'll see you guys in the next episode.